Everything that was said tonight was true, unfortunately. There's a lot more that wasn't said, but Tim wondered if I could say anything, wanted to say anything. I just wanted to say a couple of things. Primarily, I wanted to say thanks. I'm going to read this because I don't want to miss folk. So Karen and I are really humbled, and we are just overwhelmed by your presence here tonight, and the kindness that you've shown in doing this for us this evening. And I really especially want to thank Tim and Mary with all that's gone on in your life this week, and yet you still pulled this all together for us. I'm just so grateful for this, and we realize that tonight is just one more expression of what has been a consistent reality in this congregation, which is you have been so kind and so generous and so thoughtful to Karen and I over all these years in loving us and caring for us. We just could never have asked for a better opportunity to be servants of Jesus with God's people. And some of you I've known for over 40 years. Some of you I've known when you were little kids, and now men and women serving the Lord. Some people I want to thank. Over the years, it's been my honor to have worked with the staff that we have had at First Pres. We have had wonderful staff. And there are lots of things that I wish I would have done differently for them, some ways that I could have served them, cared for them. But my prayer is that they know that I love them. And that love is what manifests itself in the ministry that they do. So we are just so grateful. It's been an honor for me. And the staff's lives have impacted me much more significantly than anything that I could ever have done for them. Many of you have served on session, been on different teams. You've labored behind the scenes in ways that are unknown to most of us here, but I knew, because I know most things. I knew a lot of what was taking place, and I just wanted to say thank you. And this congregation, our congregation, for all our foibles and all our frustrations and all the moments when we get on one another's nerves, you have given me a consistent glimpse of God's kingdom. And this guy by the name of Josh Atherton wrote, "In their futile search for a perfect church, a lot of people never pause and enjoy a good one." And I hope that this congregation, I hope you pause. There are ways we need to grow, I get that, and there are ways that Jesus wants to work in us and through us, and I understand that, and long forward under Mike and Jen's leadership, that's going to be happening in ways that we haven't seen before. But I still want you just to stop and realize God has called you together. And you're good folk because Jesus is here. And over my whole life, I've always had the privilege of being part of what John Calvin called a company of pastors, brothers and sisters who've kept me faithful and shown me what it means to love and lead the flock. And a lot of those guys are here tonight, and women are here, and they have had a profound impact on my life, even Skip. But seriously, Skip and Tom and other men that have been here that we've been part of. A number of you are friends that have been here for many, many years with me, and I'm just grateful that those friendships are going to continue into our retirement years. 2 of my kids are here tonight, and the third's going to join us tomorrow at worship, and being their dad has brought me more joy than I could ever have imagined. They've had to endure the sacrifices of pastoral ministry, and I know I can't make it up to them, but my prayer is that in our retirement, we're going to be able to serve them and love them. And then you all need to know. I always tell her that she is the strong one, not me. And it's been her grace and her kindness and her faith that's been the most consistent reality in our life, second only to the Lord who brought us together. And here's the last thank you. I am a sheep before I'm a shepherd. And Jesus saved me, and Jesus keeps me, and Jesus leads me. And what amazes me is after 40 years, 40-some years, actually, probably closer to 50 because of college ministry, despite all my foolishness and fears and my unbelief and my and my struggling, God's grace captured my heart. And it's His grace. And it's all about Jesus. And part of the reason I want to take a few minutes now, Tim, tomorrow is about worship. I'm not going to say very much about being a pastor for 40 years tomorrow. I'm just going to talk about Jesus. I use my book, Skip. No handout. But it's about Jesus. So on behalf of Karen and my family, and we love you. And we're so grateful. And I quote this repeatedly. I prayed it over John when he left. When Paul said, we loved you so much that we shared with you not only the gospel, but our lives as well. That's been our privilege. And so we're just so grateful. So we thank you. That's it.